I was a little worried starting the 2020-2021 school year that learning loss and other deficiencies from last spring would be, a hindrance to the learning experience and instruction.
The shift to remote instruction was a little bit challenging at first.
I wondered if I was going to get most of my students on Zoom.
It was difficult to know what somebody needed when all you had was a blank screen.
Getting students to interact and talk and participate.
It's a lot more difficult doing it with distance learning to try to get our students motivated and interested in class.
And not knowing, month to month what's happening, not knowing what testing's looking like.
We had to adapt and create ways to continue to teach.
You can't just pass out a paper and have them work on it together as partners, and all those things had to be kind of tossed out the window.
Had to really learn how to use technology in innovative ways that I've never considered before.
Always coming up with something new and exciting and engaging for them, because they do get restless and tired of being on the screen a long time and things get a little mundane.
In the end, you just have to accept every year as a teacher where your students are at and modify and adapt.
Puts you in a position as a teacher to reimagine and rework.
We have the opportunity to nurture personal relationships that allow us to change lives and attitudes about learning.
Ultimately, I think that this has been an opportunity to let my students know that I care far more about them as whole and healthy human beings than I do about their abilities to analyze.
I feel like we're a team on a journey, and we're constantly thinking of how we're going to better ourselves.
Instead of learning loss, I'm actually faced with a challenge on how to enrich their curriculum and how to keep them engaged with project-based learning and group activities. So I'm very excited to say that my class they're rock stars and they're doing a fantastic job.
I think when we do finally go back, I've kind of got some new fresh ideas of how to shift it and change it for when we see students face to face.
We've really had to hone in on our students and their needs as an individual. And I think that that's been a somewhat beautiful wake-up call about what education should look like even after it's safe to be back in the classroom.
Teachers are awesome. They really are.
I want you to think about where you were in March, before March 16th. Look what you're doing now.
We're comedians, we're listeners, and we just offer wisdom, but we don't claim to know everything.
We love to teach young people skills they need to have critical thoughts, to be able to be critical thinkers, because these are the skills that are going to help them in their future to be successful.
We have taken on so much now. A lot of us could probably work for tech companies.
It is such a transformative and incredible daily process that teachers go through, and they're awesome for going through that process.
I think most or all people have memories of those teachers that just lit a fire under them and made them feel safe and loved and excited about something. That's why teachers are awesome.